Alright, gang. So, today I wanted to just run through a few tips and tricks. What the fuck? And I wanted to show you guys what it's like in the mind of a higher level player, I guess you would say. So when I say higher level player, I don't mean like, oh geez, I can wall bounce and I can bunny hop and oh geez, oh man, I'm so good. What I mean is, when you want to play Apex at a high level, like let's say you want to be like... Now here's the thing, right? In Apex Legends, your rank does not determine your skill level, and that's a very important concept to understand. And the reason that is an important concept to understand is because, like, for example, me, right? I would definitely consider myself a Predator level player, right? I play at a Predator skill level. I have played ranked before, and I've 1v3'd actual Predators, like people in Apex Predator, and I've 1v3'd them. It's happened before, so I would definitely consider myself a Predator level player, but I haven't hit Predator since Season 3. I've hit Master a couple of times, like here and there, mostly Diamond, but for the most part, I would consider myself a Predator skill level player, despite the fact that I tend to sit in Diamond. I've only hit Predator once, and it was considerably pretty easy because everybody was cheating to get there. I think at the highest the highest I've ever hit was, I think, 550 Predator, but I ended Season 3 at like 3,000 something. So I would have been Master if Master was a thing back then. One of the most important things I would tell anybody when coaching them is, don't worry about your rank. I don't care if you're in Gold, Plat, Diamond. You could be in Master and not deserve it, but you could also be in Plat and deserve Master. So I think that's an extremely important concept that a lot of people need to understand. Secondly, and this is also really important, when it comes to playing at a high level, and people who want to play at a high level, one of the things that they need to understand is they have to play the game differently. And this is a pretty deep level of thinking type of tip right here. So, for example, if you were to, let's say you were to enter a market that's very saturated, you would have to work harder and better than everybody else that's in that market for you to succeed, correct? If a market is saturated, you have to be, your product has to be better, okay? So if you're looking at a company that's trusted versus a company that isn't well known, it's brand new, but it has slightly better prices, which company are you going to go for? You're going to go for the trusted company, even though you're paying a little bit more, because it's trusted. So for you to choose that brand new company that's, you know, just entered the market, they would have to offer something big, right? It would have to be a big difference. It would have to be a huge difference for you to go with them. It's the same thing and the same concept in Apex Legends. If you want to be a better player, you have to think about the game differently. You have to perform differently. If I'm fighting a squad, I can't just fight them expecting to be better. And that's an issue that I have run into a lot in my own time playing Apex. And one of the tips that I used to give my friends back in the day was just be better, right? Go fight a team if you die, you weren't good enough, run it back, do better next time. That is what I have in my time playing Apex, and I have a lot of time playing Apex. I started, I think, a week after Season 2 dropped. I have a lot of time playing Apex, and in all of my time, the number one thing that I've learned is that you can be a better player and still perform badly, and I know this because, like I said at the beginning, I play at a Predator level, but I sit in Diamond, and I don't perform very well in pub lobbies, and the reason for this is because I just autopilot and expect to be better. When you play Apex, you need to think differently, you need to be different, you need to be new, you need to come up with new ideas when you're fighting somebody, right? And you need to be fast, you need to be quick thinking, you need to be able to come up with a decision in fractions of a second. And this is something that I do all the time when I play Apex, right? Is I'm constantly creating problems in my head and I'm solving them. So if I run up on a team, I'm thinking about a problem in my head. Okay, so like, where is every player positioned? Where do I need to position myself? I don't want to make movements that they are going to expect. I want to position myself specifically to where I'm able to create advantages for myself.
But these can.
So like, would you have any examples yourself, Thomas, of situations where you've had to improvise and adapt to your environment to come out on top over a team that is equally at your skill level, and you have to engage that so that you win every single time?
I would say most of my fights are that way. I always kind of think I don't think really too much. I'm kind of just autopilot most of the time, and it's,
yes,
you know, 90%.
But it's muscle memory, right? You're used to it. You've been playing the game
I'm used
longer.
to it, and right, exactly. And so, you know, I'll find myself, yeah, like it'll be like, oh no, this did not go. You draft. I always draft something in my head.
You create an idea and you solve it. You create problems in your head and you solve them. If I land here, what happens if this guy lands here, but this guy lands here? What if this guy goes over here? What am I gonna do if this guy goes here? What if I don't get a
exactly?
You're creating, so like within fractions of seconds, as players like me and Thomas are playing the game, and your favorite streamers like Asu and Hal, what these guys do is when we land or when we're in a game, we're thinking about multiple things at once. And
100%.
When you fight somebody, you are subconsciously thinking in your brain a million different ways this fight could play out. And within a fraction of a second, you're choosing the play that you feel will make you most successful. Yeah, we're just gonna play these games. So like, I want to talk about landing, right? So like, there's
get ready, moving up.
So many different areas you can land. Typically, I think, personally, I'm most successful when I'm landing with like one or two teams, because I'm able to get momentum and fight and, you know, work my armor up, but I'm not getting completely overwhelmed by too many teams.
The shield now. Reloading.
So there's a guy in the boxing ring and there's a guy on the right. I'm assuming they're teammates, but I'm being cautious in case they're not teammates. So I'm just gonna move around slowly. Just kind of make my way around here.
Somebody, anybody, get this person a damn partner before we have a riot on our hands. Don't you want to see a boxing match?
So I'm going to go ahead and assume they are definitely teammates.
1 minute, rings nearby.
Get out of his line of sight completely. Alright, stuck him.
Grenade.
Alright, we're gonna ape this.
It's go time! Reloading.
Alright, Valkyrie's one.
Ammo.
shit.
Can't believe I'm standing still. You're lucky, I like it. Yo, we should definitely check out that care package. Grab your bag.
Nice.
Can't believe I'm standing still. You're
So
lucky,
right
I like
there,
it.
I definitely could have
That's the last of them, amigos.
killed that Valkyrie,
Booyah!
but I'm not the best EVA 8 player, so... That's on me. There is
There's another
coming,
team.
which means... So, in this scenario, I have a Phoenix kit, but it's more favorable for me to hit a battery and just use my health drone. It's gonna heal me a lot faster because there's already people on top of us. It's not worth
Frag
getting a
out.
Phoenix kit.
Go time.
Okay, so one of them definitely has purple armor, so I know that. And I now know that they both have purple armor. One of them is close and one of them is
Throw
far.
an arc star. Thermite grenade. Oh, cracked an enemy shield.
Nice. Okay.
Cracked an enemy shield. And that's all of them. Good job, compadres.
So we played that perfectly as a team, and we did that
Just give him my shield
honestly
and recharge.
just subconsciously because we played together for such a long time. She recognized that she was out of position and she went back to her teammate. Just fair.
Cracked a badge of shield. Shooting at me.
Air drone is near me. Recharging my shields.
I'm down. No bueno.
Need my help again, huh?
She's right behind the wall.
I'm taking fire. Shield broke. I'm getting shot at.
That was pretty close.
It was very close.
So, honestly, so right there was I didn't play fast enough. So, I think right there, I think my biggest mistake and why we died for me was my decision making right there was too slow. So in that situation, in that scenario, obviously I could have hit my PK shots a lot better, but I die there because I'm allowing Horizon to harass me, right? I'm allowing her to, for example, she armor swapped Thomas's red armor, right? Like I completely just allowed her to harass me, right? I let her get a red armor swap off of Thomas's box. I didn't punish her for it. I wasn't playing fast enough and making decisions quick enough. Okay, there's an Octane that is definitely not. Yep, he's got blue armor.
Shield now.
We almost knocked him there. I'm gonna ape this. I don't know where his teammate is or what armor his teammate is. So he got knocked by another team.
Enemy taken out.
Nice kill, compadre. I'm down.
Do it up. Hostile out. Come on, stay alert. Recharging my shields. Shield now.
Reloading.
Enemy down.
Charging shields. Come on, come on.
Enemy taken. I'm spotted. Taking fire.
Bad dude.
Yeah, so right there, we played that as perfectly as we could, and we died for the exact reason I said at the beginning. We landed with too many people. If we land with less people and we play like that, it's easily won. So If you're looking for tips on how to play better in a situation like that, my tip is don't land like that. That's my tip. Don't land where you know a bunch of teams are going to go like that.
Who's over there?
People. Okay, one of them's got purple.
Star.
1-8.
Health drone if you need it.
Give me
Just give my shield a recharge. Come down.
So right there,
compadre,
that
get up.
was really,
Come on,
really
come on,
solid
come
on
on.
them. So as you can see right there, her teammate immediately, her teammate, the Horizon specifically, right, went for Thomas right there. But the who was the first guy? Was it
It was
Ash?
an Ash. Yeah.
So, okay, so let me explain the situation right here. So, what happened was, the Ash had me one shot, right? But she did not have Thomas one shot. So, right there, I'm healing. The Horizon comes in after the Ash goes down and immediately targets Thomas. The problem with that is she's putting herself in a 1v2 situation, so the Ash, who was most likely teaming with her, told her that the lifeline was one shot, so she snapped away from Thomas and one-tapped me. That was really smart by her. She could have almost 1v2'd that. So I don't know if you caught that, Thomas, but she fought you and then stopped to knock me. Almost
Yeah, she
certainly
just stopped shooting me.
because the Ash told her I was one shot, so she snapped onto me and knocked me, and that gave Thomas the opportunity to kill her. Honestly, if she would have just kept fighting Thomas, she might have knocked him, and then I was one shot, so I probably would have gone down. But she did make the right move by snapping over to me, because the Ash told her I was one. It was a good play, but.
Grenade, unspotted. Taking fire.
Taking fire.
Recharging my shields.
Charging shields.
These guys have really good position.
Grenade.
These guys have really good position on us. We can't really push them because we're not Wraith
Look out,
or
grenade.
Ash. If we were like Wraith or Ash, we could push this much easier. Do you have a jump pad?
I do, yes.
We
One's
are
over
going
here,
up-
one's small building. One small building right in front of us right here.
Okay,
On this roof.
so we need to push the one that's on big building.
Just
We
giving
need
my
to push
shield
the
a
one that's on
recharge.
big building. And we need to do that because if
Which
we
one?
If the big building.
Target
If we push
spotted.
this big building, the guy on the small building will not have line of sight.
Hit the ejector seat.
So the guy on the small building isn't going to have line of sight right here.
I'm spotted. Taking fire.
Charging on my shields.
I'm batting.
The Bloodhound's one shot. Nice. Alright, now you have to hold for me while I self-res.
Un momento, healing. Shooting at me. Reloading. That's a
Nice.
bad news shield.
Health drone if you need it.
Charging shields. New kill leader right here.
Yeah, so by
Okay, what's
pushing the
next?
big building instead of the small
Just give
building,
my
we break
shield a
line of sight
recharge.
with the guy on the small building, and it's a free 2v1 on this guy, on the Bloodhound. In this case, he was a pretty good player, and he got a lot of damage off, so he kind of split us up, and it got kind of close there, but
Getting you back.
obviously we won, and that was the correct play. If we push the guy on the small building, the guy on the big building, which was the Bloodhound, he has free charge rifle shots. He just shoots down on us the whole time, and we probably die immediately.
Yeah.
Final ring. Whew.
That are both very important. Number one, he waited for them to make a mistake, and their mistake was they pushed him and gave him height when he jump padded to their original position. And so that's what he did. He got on that height, he let them make the mistake, they got cocky, they knew he was a solo. The Wraith was trying to kidnap him, by the way. I don't know if anybody was paying attention to that, but the Wraith tried to kidnap him for fun. They completely lost it, and he was able to break line of sight with the Horizon and fight the Wraith one-on-one. And before that, he fought the Horizon one-on-one and had line of sight broken with the Wraith.
Shoot him. Shields broke.
I played that very well. Yeah, sounds like we got a team flying here, but that's can pad on them. We can pad on them.
You want to pad on him?
Let's pad on them.
Sweet.
Yeah, fuck these guys.
Down.
Reloading. Just giving my shields a recharge.
Alright, this guy has blue armor.
Big up to us. That was the last one in the squad.
Honestly, that was pretty dicey, but
You ain't messing around.
worked it out. I'm not gonna lie,
Reloading.
during that fight, I PK'd you instead of Valkyrie. I'm playing Lifeline,
I'm a little bit
so
behind.
I'm playing Lifeline here, so I can't be super aggressive until Thomas gets here, but there's certainly people. I'm just gonna shoot randomly to get their attention, because I think they're running away and I want them to come back. So they must have heard those shots. Maybe they'll come back. We'll see. They might also be crouching. Yep, there. Yep, I called it!
Enemy down.
They were crouched in a corner. I knew it. Okay, me and this guy are having sex, I think.
Last one down and a boom boom.
That was attractive though. They were just sitting in that corner. I had no idea.
Dude, I'm showing these people the mind of a high-level player, bro. I literally said they could be sitting in a corner, and they were literally sitting in a corner. I stuck him.
Say hello.
Down that one.
Reloading.
Alright, honestly, bro, it's a really good thing I stuck that guy, because I would have died, probably.
Last one down.
Alright, so I am
Joe
going
Master.
to go ahead and end the stream here. I talked about a lot of stuff, but not as much as I would have liked to talk about. There's definitely a lot more I can talk about, a lot more I can go over, but I'm going to do that after Thomas isn't around because he has to leave tomorrow. So we're just going to play, get some games in, just kind of do our thing. So I don't want to bother every single game with trying to nitpick every single thing we do. So I'm just going to cut the stream off and get the rest of these games in with Thomas until he has to get off, and he won't be on tomorrow. So I will stream again, and when he's not around, I'll talk more about how I think about the game and how I play the best version of myself, how I improve and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stop it there.